Assalamu alaikum dear students. Hope you are doing well. Today we have our topic hepatitis. So hepatitis is an inflammation of the liver. At least 5 different viruses cause hepatitis. And probably more viruses remain to be discovered or become better known, which cause hepatitis. Drug and chemical toxicity can also cause acute hepatitis that is clinically identical to viral hepatitis. The 5 different viruses which cause hepatitis include hepatitis A virus, hepatitis B virus, hepatitis C virus, hepatitis B virus, hepatitis E virus, which are known so far. And as I told you, more remain to be discovered or become better known. Apart from these viruses, certain these hepatitis A, B, C, D, E, these are hepatitis viruses. Apart from these viruses, other viruses can occasionally cause infection. For example, Epstein-Barr virus or cytomegalovirus. But we know that these cytomegaloviruses, such viruses are opportunistic. They cause infection in immunocompromised individual. And when we cover this topic, hepatitis, at the end, I will show you in a summarized form the characteristics of the various forms of viral hepatitis. So the causative agent, the genome of the causative agent, the symptoms, and treatment or vaccines availability. So at the end of when we cover this whole topic hepatitis, I will show you the characteristics of various forms of viral hepatitis. So now moving ahead in this topic, we are going to start the potential life-threatening hepatitis, which are hepatitis B and hepatitis C. So let's start hepatitis B here. Hepatitis B is caused by hepatitis B virus. Hepatitis B virus is larger. Its genome is double-stranded DNA, and it is an enveloped virus. HBV is a unique DNA virus. Instead of replicating its DNA directly, it passes through an intermediate RNA stage which resembles a retrovirus. Because HBV genome has often been transmitted by blood transfusion, this virus has been intensely studied to determine how to identify contaminated blood. The serum from patients with hepatitis B contains 3 distinct particles. The largest is the complete viron. This complete viron is the infectious particle and capable of replicating. It is often referred to as DAN particle after the virologist who first observed it. The other particles include spherical particles and filamentous particles. The spherical particles are about half the size of a complete viron, and filamentous particles, which are tubular particles similar in diameter to the spherical particle, and about 10 times longer than the spherical particles. These 2 particles, which are spherical and filamentous, these are unassembled components of the viron without nucleic acids. assembly is evidently not very efficient. Most often they are unassembled components of the wiron, and large numbers of these unassembled components accumulate. Fortunately, these numerous unassembled particles contain hepatitis B surface antigen, HBsAg, which can be detected with antibodies to them. Such antibody tests make convenient screening of blood for HBV possible. How HIV is transmitted? Hepatitis B virus often transmitted in blood transfusions. Healthcare workers and others have considerably higher incidence of hepatitis B than members of the general population. Healthcare workers and others, from the others we mean that those people or those individuals who have direct contact with blood or blood products in routine basis in daily life. So they are also in a high risk to get the infection of hepatitis B. Transmission from doctors during surgical procedures and dentists in the dental procedures is also one way of the transmission, and also a main way of the transmission, because if the surgical equipments they are not properly sterilized, and the dental equipments which if they are not those equipments are not properly sterilized, they transmit the hepatitis B virus. Similarly, intravenous drug users, if they share their injections, have a high incidence of hepatitis B. And apart from the blood, HBV is present in many body fluids like saliva, breast milk, semen, but not in blood-free feces or urine. Those those urine or urine samples which do not have the blood in it, they are not transmitting the hepatitis B, though the sample may be from the infected person, but if they are free of blood, so that is not a source of transmission. We talked about that apart from the blood, other body fluids, saliva. So saliva means kissing can transmit if infected person, if someone someone have the opportunity of kissing with infected person, so that can transmit the HPV to the healthy person. Similarly, if a woman lactating and she is infected, she can transmit the virus. And the third main body fluid is semen. So sexual intercourse can also transmit the virus if one person is infected in the sexual partner. So precautions which are taken for preventing the AIDS transmission have also had an effect on the incidence of hepatitis B virus infection. So those precautions which we are taking for the AIDS also can reduce or can prevent the transmission of the hepatitis B virus. So HBV positive mother, especially if she is a chronic carrier, may transmit the disease to her infant, usually at birth. In most cases, this type of transmission can be prevented by administering hepatitis B immune globulin to the newborn immediately after birth. If we talk about status of hepatitis B in Pakistan, more than 8 million people have becoming chronic carriers of the virus, hepatitis B. So we can say that around about 80 lakh people in Pakistan are chronic carriers of the virus. Globally, more than 350 million people have become chronic carriers of the virus. Most of these carriers are Asians and Africans, with a considerable proportion from the Mediterranean countries. Mediterranean countries, those like Turkey, Spain, Israel, which which are located around the Mediterranean Sea. Many chronic carriers will eventually die of liver cancer or cirrhosis of the liver.